I meet new characters and I'm like, okay, you guys just chill, let me go say bye to this guy. So I'm always eager to end this guy's story. Hello and welcome to my side of the internet. I'm Kamadia Centric Diva, and on this channel we talk about books, writing, self-publishing, sex and sex education. Yeah, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks a lot for clicking to watch this video. And yeah, just like the title says, we are going to be talking about writing. What does it mean to get stuck? That's just me jumping straight into it because we have a lot to cover. Though it's going to be a short video, I believe it is a short video. So getting stuck for me, it's when I write and I get to the, like, I'm a plotter and also a pantser. So sometimes I write to the point where I just feel like, okay, this story is not going the way I want it to go. I need to change directions, or something has happened and I had to switch up the plot along the line. So this is where I get stuck most times, or sometimes I just come to the realization that what I plotted and felt was the best way to move the story forward is just not going to make sense with the way I've drafted out my characters to be now in flesh. So these are instances where I personally get stuck. I don't know how it works for you, but I'm sure it will be in something like, you know, you started the story, how do you end it, or how do you do the, you know, muddy middle, or what happens to your character, or what wound or what lie, or like, you know, we get stuck on different stages in the writing phase. So here are some tips. There are 5 succinct tips that would actually help you, that has helped me a lot to get out of that phase of I don't know what to write, I don't know what I'm doing, I am the awfulest writer in the world. So the first one is to actually step out, like take a break. Don't look at that document anymore. Just do something out of the routine that you have created around yourself. You know, you get to see different things from people's perspective. This would actually trigger your creative juices to wanting to maybe add a twist or something. So this actually do help. Most times when I feel like these are days where I decide to just to walk all the way, like go for a 20-minute walk so I can buy, like, I am only motivated to go on walks when I want to buy stuff most times. Like, okay, I said I am only, but most times I am motivated to take on walks when I want to buy stuff. So it could be like one donut and I just decide to go on a long journey, like a long quest to get donut, and in between this gap I do something else sometimes. Like sometimes I read a book, and this is like step 2. Decide to read a book, and I listen to audiobooks most times when I take these walks. So listen to a book or just listen to your surrounding, be in tune. Either you watch like nature around you, or watch how people interact, or decide to, you know, sit down out like at the park and watch how people interact with each other. I tell you, this would actually trigger you to do something. So yeah, so the first one is to step out. The second one is to read a book, or read people, or read whatever inspires you. Then the next thing I would suggest to do is to actually speak to a friend. So most times I speak to my writing wife. I married her myself, she doesn't know about it, but yeah, most times I speak to my writing wife, or I speak to my partner, or I speak to my critique. I have a friend who is a screenwriter. We have like writing completely different things, but there's this, you know, there's this point where it all blends together and it makes sense. So I reach out to these people I know that understand me. So yeah, that being said, like reach out to critique partners, to spouses, to friends that actually understand your hustle, and get them to pitch ideas, or, you know, or get them to just listen to the story. Like most times I find that when I say the story out loud, like I'm telling someone the story, it actually makes it so easy for me to complete writing that book and to make sense of what I am actually writing, and discard what I think doesn't make sense. So yeah, I would suggest you do that. Then next up, I would suggest that you you switch up your environment too. If all these first three don't work, if stepping out, reading a book, speaking to a friend doesn't work, switch up your environment. Like, arrange your desk or your table, or decide to work from the living room, or go to a restaurant or a coffee shop to write, or sit outdoors to, like, just sit outside, get the space with, like, I enjoy working from where I am, because if you look, I'm just right beside the window. I look outside, I see rabbits running around. Most times when I'm doing my live sprint, I'm sure, like, you notice when I look outside. So yeah, I enjoy looking outside, just seeing, people passing by. Sometimes I watch some students coming back from school, and it triggers this, story idea in my head. So try to change your scenery. Sometimes it actually do help. And finally, I would actually suggest that you change your direction. And changing your direction doesn't mean you should, like, completely change your story and discard it. It is nonsense. No, what I mean is that you can decide to write a short story. I know a couple of authors this works for. They, even when they are feeling stressed by their current work in progress, they decide to write a new story or to write a short story. For me, what I do most times when I'm coming to the end of a book and I don't even know how to end it, I start working on my next project. I try outlining it. Like, as I'm speaking to you, I have about 9 outlines waiting and ready for me. So, like, it just gives me a fresh breath of air, and I meet new characters, and I'm like, okay, you guys just chill, let me go say bye to this guy. So I'm always eager to end this guy's story, and this works a lot for, like, first draft. All this advice I shared with you mainly works for first drafts, and even second and third and editing processes as well too. So I hope these tips I've shared are useful and will help you. So first thing is what? Step out. If stepping out doesn't work, 2 is to read a book. If reading a book doesn't work, 3 is to speak to a friend. If speaking to a friend doesn't work, 4 is to switch up your environment. If switching up your environment doesn't work, then 5, what is that? Change your direction. Write a short story, outline a new project, just do something different. And by the time you look back into that draft, I tell you, you'll get new motivation to continue writing. That being said, please feel free to check out other videos on my channel. And yeah, I'm an author of 5 books and counting. I am a storyteller, but my stories have strong romance plots, so you can call me a romance writer. That being said, happy reading and happy writing. See you in the next video.